As we glide upon these 7 Cs, the ongoing continuous content development drive continues. The menu features just hip-hop. Yeah, we ain't covered this Nas and Jim Jones saga. I've been seeing it go. I just haven't tapped in, but I think it's come to an interesting conclusion. I think I understood Jim Jones's position when he tried to say he had an influence on a generation like Nas. Had not, I also understand how nobody agrees with Jim Jones saying he's a better rapper. Not saying he whack or nothing. I understand both sides of the argument. However, I can recall when Nas had a back and forth with Jay-Z. It was all summed up by who bossed up, and apparently Nas done bozed up on Jim Jones with a casino partnership that has basically just ended the conversation, and we're gonna pull up on Chick Smooth and see what he got to say about the situation. So with no further ado, let's see what Chick say Nas and Jim Jones have been up to, and if Nas scored a casino partnership. Shout out to Nas, it's officially over, you guys. Hey referee, hit that bell, stop the count, it's over, we're done. There should be no more conversations to be had after this. Now, over the last 2 weeks, Jim Jones has been going on a campaign against Nas.
Against Nas.
Smoking when you said you better than Nas?
I might have been a little, well, as far as, let's get this right. I'm way more influential than Nas, and I don't care what nobody say. I know I made a little boo-boo when we talk about the sales and all this type of shit. I don't feel like getting into that rhetoric about where I started and where he started.
Well, you said that bullshit.
But listen, Nas was nice when I was in high school. When I was in 10th grade, Nas came out. Nas was dope. We appreciate him. He had a little bit run. But Nas always came up second to Jay and DMX and all these other people. Like,
ain't no shame in that. There's a lot of folks came up second to Tom Brady.
He never had that type of influence on us, except for his first album. I already told you, I used to want to dress like Nas because he had a lot of fresh clothes that the hustlers used to wear and shit, and we used to see him on TV. He had one of the illest albums of all time. And then in high school when he had the barbecue and shit like that. So I'm a real fan of Nas, but he kind of lost me after the movie Belly and shit like that. Like, I don't.
Man, go ahead on with that, Jim.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm being honest. You ask me, I'm being a fan. I'm telling you, the movie Belly was fire, but after that, he kind of lost me. I think we was way too much into the game. Remember how this goes. You ever heard of a Kufi list?
Yeah.
Yo, go back into your history and find out what happened between us and him. You dig? And I'm not trying to repeat history, but don't play with us when it comes to that, bro. We already went wild on them boys. You heard? We the ones that went wild on them boys, you heard?
Hey, Jim.
Yo, and people out here acting like I said I'm gonna bring the Kufi list back. I just told you I'm gonna change man, Steph Law. You dig?
Nah,
I got a question. Stick up for itself and meet me in a booth for something if we want to do something historical.
Nas say he don't do that no more. Nas say he don't do that
because he got $100 million. He's a very wealthy man. You heard? He's a very smart businessman. He got a couple business flicks.
Hold on. And this is how you know Jim Jones is at an exceptional level, man. I won't lie to you. Troll went on the Salute to Bagfield show a few days ago, and he went all out, saying, hey, I'm the reason why everybody's talking about him right now. Actually, it has been decades since someone made such a statement about him. It was me, not him, who made him go viral.
Not him.
What I did for Nas probably never been done for him in his life. He's never been that viral at all, ever. Ever. He's never been talked about like this ever in his life.
Now, has Nas reached out to you?
You did. The last time he was in some shit like this, where people were comparing when him and Jay was beating on him. You heard? You did? Like, and I don't want to talk about other people's career, but let's just get to the semantics of it.
Have you spoken to Nas since the whole
Nas.
Okay.
I don't know Nas to have a conversation with him. You don't have a conversation, we can have that too and shit like that. You dig? Like, I don't really care.
One thing I did see.
This is truly trolling at the Soulja Boy level, right? You're saying something ridiculous, guys? Call you out for it and then go on to claim credit for going viral. It's brilliant marketing, but regrettably. Jim Jones Nas just dropped the ether. Once more, this is how you silence everyone and demonstrate that there are levels to this. Someone like Jim Jones Nas posted a commercial for a $5 billion casino in Queens on Instagram. But this isn't just any casino. It's a $5 billion casino that he has partnered with and invested in, which is essentially going to ensure him generational wealth.
Damn, in Queens, in his home city, yeah, that's big. We got to give it up for Nas. Oh, my mama. Ain't not the motherfucking hustle. Salutations.
Not including all his other investments.
excluding each of his other investments.
The future is not something you wait for, it's something you build. It lives in the hands of the doers, the dreamers, the people who refuse to stand still. Resorts World is more than a casino. It's energy, it's opportunity, it's hope for the borough. A second chance for some, a first step for many.
He'll call a nigga trying to market it like that, knowing he coming to the borough to take all the money. Gambling is a bad habit, and the house never loses. The casino will always win. So it's another exploitive enterprise brought to his neighborhood, though.
It's where community gathers, not just to win, but to build a future once imagined. This isn't just business, this is legacy. And now, it's time to invest in us. Because the future doesn't ask for permission, it moves with purpose. From our chairman to our newest employee, we're committed to Queens. And in Queens, the future is now.
Jim Jones Nass doesn't have time to accomplish this since this casino is essentially going to turn Queens, New York, into Vegas. Dispute about which rapper is better or more viral. Since this is about legacy and real life, if you're Jim Jones, you must cancel all of your previously scheduled podcast tours and try to start a rap. Feud with a man who isn't considering you, but is instead forming alliances and making investments in things that will transform people's lives, Nass stated. In his caption, "Let's build something legendary for the community. Let's bring the future home. It's time." What do you guys think of this chilly reaction to Jim Jones and all the noise he's been making lately? Leave your comments below and subscribe to my channel. Listen, man, it doesn't get any better than this. This is how you flex on someone who believes you two are on the same level. I like this film, man. See you all later.
Hop on the interstate and chase me a bag. Pop bottles every time that I pass. It's that mafia swag, fly crippin'. You see me dripping all this Max sauce. Baymax, be about your money at all costs. Hop on the interstate and chase me a bag. Pop bottles every time that I pass. It's that mafia swag, fly crippin'. You see me dripping all this Max sauce. Baymax, be about your money at all costs. I'm from the land of the crack pavement. When niggas holler stay dangerous and squabble up just like Javante Davis. Niggas haters, they on lame shit. We be on that game shit. He thought he got away. I chase him down LeBron James shit. Blood stains from the stainless. He need a paramedic. And we play ball. Everybody around me athletic. Still stepping. Well committed. I stand on business. Every load I jump in, that bitch tinted. Won't catch me slipping. About my money, low. Run me that bag. Call my bitch and say I need you. She gon' run to me fast. That mafia swag, she can't get enough. And she know I'm about my man. She let her sit and watch me add all this money up. Riders popping out the cut like roaches when the lights on. I'm just like BG with my niggas, whether right or wrong. Dead end mafia. You enter in the danger zone. Tiny Macs be cracking heads. You better have your helmet on. Hop on the interstate and chase me a bag. Pop bottles every time that I pass. It's that mafia swag, fly crippin'. You see me dripping all this Max sauce. Baymax, be about your money at all costs. Hop on the interstate and chase me a bag. Pop bottles every time that I pass. It's that mafia swag, fly crippin'. You see me dripping all this Max sauce. Baymax, be about your money at all costs. These niggas be hopping out of foreign whips and feeling like they run shit. The homie like Nick Cannon. He a fool with them drumsticks. Serve him and they done with. Have all of them niggas hit. Something heavy in my Baymax sweater. You see the gun print. Yeah, got me bent behind tent. But I'm low key, give a fuck about the busters. The real niggas fuck with me, I move solo. True pro clubs over polo. You won't catch me in none of you niggas photos. Y'all too friendly. Hopping out, spilling my Remy, smoking on good pressure. Always in a different low. Gotta keep these niggas guessing. Firearms in my possession. Steady counting my blessings. Believe in God and believe in this weapon. And try not to do too much stressing. Ain't seen my daughter in months. And when we FaceTime, I shed tears, I can't help it. And still connected in these streets just like Wi-Fi. Chucking up the set for death though. We gon' rip ride. Hop on the interstate and chase me a bag. Pop bottles every time that I pass. It's that mafia swag, fly crippin'. You see me dripping all this Max sauce. Baymax, Be about your money at all costs. Hop on the interstate and chase me a bag. Pop bottles every time that I pass. It's that mafia swag, fly crippin'. You see me dripping all this Mac sauce. They Mac. Be about your money at all costs.
Neighborhood Nip Hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spider Loc. You know I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.
It's the homie cook-up boss, goddammit, Cub Loc. And y'all tuning in to the Wake and Bake Show with goddammit the homeboy Spider Loc.
Me with SPI, the realest nigga in LA.
Spider this bitch!
My nigga Spider Loc.
Spider Loc, nigga.
Spider Loc.
It's Spider Loc.
Spider Loc.
Spider Loc.
Spider Loc.
So Spider looks at me because we go back to the juvenile side of the county.
What the fuck?
Nigga.
Spider Loc.
Spider Loc.
Shout out to SPI, that motherfucking nigga.
Spider Loc, wake and bake. Better keep it Google, nigga.
Loc is in LA somewhere doing what he's doing.
In the words of Spider Loc, on my mama's mama.
Spider Loc's here. This is Bay Mac.
Neighborhood, C-Mac. Shout out my Loc, Spider Loc, huh? Neighborhood, on hood. It's a beautiful world. You fight me? Fight, crazy.